Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Might. Tonight we're going to be doing the 69 of the Spitfire. So in this issue we are going to be doing the assembling and fitting of the rear wheel, and then coming as you can see, just assembling that onto the back of the wheel there. Put like a massive screw through there, so it's pretty good. And then after that we should have something that very much resembles that. Then coming up in the next issue, we will be doing parts for the tailplane rudder trims, navigation light, and other details. So, first things first, we need to get the plane up here, I think. Well, actually, we need to do the wheel first. So basically, these are the little parts that we've got. We've got all bits and pieces here. So obviously we'll be cutting them out of pieces. Look at that cute tiny little wheel, so cute. Oh yes. And then obviously package screws. I'm hoping they're the right screws because they're the only long ones that are in this pack. So yeah, lots of bits and pieces here. I don't think they're part of this pack. So yeah. Okay, so first things first, what we need to do is, I think we need to cut these grey parts out of here, which are C and D. And the way to cut these out, as you said, if I bring this like the way down, so basically you don't cut like that, you want to cut it so it's as close to that as possible, as you can see. Okay, and then we're going to do exactly the same, so we'll cut that one out there, and we'll cut that one out there. Okay, so we'll do that. Right, obviously you might want to go around it and then just cut off any burrs or anything you might see, but there is a sharp bit there. Let's try and cut that off a bit, as you can see. And then the idea is that we put this through the wheel. So that, did you hear that? That clicked into position, and then obviously that will sandwich into there as well. It's up to you if you want to glue it in, but if that falls out, it's not falling out, but if it does, then I will glue that in, and that's our little wheel. So that's the first section done. Right, the next section is we need to grab a hold of the arm bracket, which is this section here. It looks like it's got like a little nodule bit on there, and it basically wants us to put that through there and assemble it like so. Then we're going to get ourselves a PM16 times 6mm screw, which I'm really hoping is this one here. If it's not, then we have to stop the build until we find it. That looks pretty much promising. Don't know though, so I just have to hopefully see if it'll do the trick. Oh man, I don't think it does. Damn. I mean, it says smooth bracket and it is fitted into the other side of the bracket. There is a nut detail not visible. A nut. Okay, well, it's held on there a bit, but obviously there's nothing there that's holding it in position, but apparently there's a little nut. Okay, well, we can tackle that later down the line if need be. What we have to do with this bit, this is die cast, this section, and it looks as if this part slots here, I think, maybe going like that. Oops. Looks like this part goes upside down. But so it's like it sits something like that. Okay, bit interesting. That don't look right to me. So I mean, if that's like that, yeah, that don't look right. I'm not hopeful that that's right, but they're saying to put it in that way, so it goes like that. Doesn't really look right. So if it was coming from that angle, it would be okay. Well, we'll give it a go, but I don't think this screw is going to do it. we can give it a go. I mean, I don't think it's going to go through there. See, that goes all the way through. 6909. Apparently it's 1.6. Ah, there we go. That's 1.6. Looks like it's this big. Oh, it's got a bit rusty in there. Right, I think we've got the right screw here. It, as you can see, it's got a little bit rusty, but should be okay. Don't know how that's happened, but see, I knew I had it. So, we screw that down there. Yeah, there we go, it's biting it, look. Okay. So we'll screw this in. And I'm not worried about the rust. Okay. Doesn't seem to want to hold it, so can only clamp it as much as we can. We can always get some WD-40 on that screw, that'll sort that rust out. I don't know, it's got rusty because it's been in that screw box the whole time. Can a screw go rusty if it's like stored for ages? Okay, so that's that part on. So they're saying that there's an, oh right, yeah, I see it now. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Try and get here, come on baby. That nut is already like welded on if you look. That's so cool. So we'll just correct that wheel. This one's not too bad, this screw, so yeah, we'll just correct this wheel. So we'll just put that through there and then we'll just correct it. Apparently the screw's on the other side, so it's like it does it for you basically. It's lovely when you feel it bite. See? Because can you see there's like a tiny weeny sort of nut there already for us, so oh, that's brilliant. I really thought I had to stop that then and then go, oh, I'll start all over again, but we've got a wheel. Yeah, baby. Right, this is the fun part now, because now we get to basically put it in the plane. So better get the plane up here. Okay guys. So what's going to happen is it looks as if, so it looks as if it goes, just trying to think here, so it looks like it sits there, about there-ish. Let's have a look. Right, so it goes into the, oh right, it's an upside down left. Oh, it goes into that little hole. You can't see it, it's not a very good angle, but it basically goes into, what I'm going to do to make it easier so you guys can see, I'm going to take this off and then that way I can show you better. Yeah, and then we can screw this back on. The next video, I'll make sure that I set the tripod up on an angle, so it'll be much better to see. But basically what will happen is, it's going to be held in with this bracket thing that we had, wherever that's gone. Have that there, it's this bracket thing there that we want. But basically, you see where that like L shape is there? It's going to connect there, like that. It's not suggesting anything at this time, but apparently we have to cut out a little bracket thing. So we'll do that now. Okay. That's basically going to go like that, with PM times 2 screws, which are these, so I can get some out of the pot now. Okay, so just to clarify here, we've got to put that like that, and then basically I'm going to get something to hold this up. That'll do. Brilliant. So basically this sort of goes over it and slots into there. Oh wow. So there's a little pin that it sits on. Okay, and it basically slots like that, and that goes in. Of course, like butter, it's slipping and sliding all over the place. I think that's round the other way actually, the longer part. Yeah, it's the longer part of the two. That's why we've got a bit of difficulty there. Oh right, so this actually sits on, there's a middle pin that sits on the pin that's just about there. So that'll sit like that. Right, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, yeah, there we go. And then that pin, that hole fits over the pin just there. So, right, okay, cool. So that's into there like that. And then we get a PM times 2. Hopefully that'll stay, and it don't. Oh my God, we've got another wheel on. Yeah, baby. Okay, so that's going to go like that. No, whoops. Okay, how do we have that? Just dropped his wheel. Okay, and the PM times 2 is going to go through this little, there's a hole just there. And we're going to screw that through this side. We can get it through there, yeah, lovely. Feels like that, you know, Meccano. Does anyone know Meccano? Don't worry about that, just slip. That's fine, because that goes over there like that. So this will move there. We'll just put that there. It's because there's no screw on the other side. We can bend that up like that. Put that on the pin. I'll just get another screw on this side, and then we can tighten it up, because otherwise it's going to slip and fall off again. So that's fine. Okay, guys. Okay, so that's one. Just want to do it as tight as possible. Sometimes it's always best to remove some parts if you need to get better access. So that's all the way on, and that is as well. So look at that, we've got a sliding wheel. Oh sweet. Okay, and then we'll just put this back on the top, onto there. Just make sure it's tickety-boo. Get that one on as well. Been waiting to get that wheel on for some time. I could have WD-40'd that that screw before we did this, but you know, before we put it in. But it's not like it's gonna go flying in the air, is it? I wonder if there's anybody that can mod it so that it goes like you could radio control it to go in the sky, you know. So I think what we can do is put this down a bit, because it's got some leverage now. We won't put too much pressure on that. Okay, and we'll get the other one on. Then we've got to put a rotation block in. So we're getting back on track with this. Okay, lovely. So that is what that looks like so far. So we've got this lovely wheel up the back here. Look at that, so cool. And it sort of rotates, so I don't know if there's something there that operates it. But yeah, so after that, we then have to put, so we've got the nodule bit this side. And it looks as if, so it looks like they want us to do it from the other side. Do it this side, it's more easier then. Okay, so this nodule looks like it goes, I mean, assume just goes in between that and that. It's hard to see because they've got it right. So if the nodule's like that, they want it so that it's like a little block thing at the top. So that goes through there. Oh right, yeah, there we go. And then we've got a little clip thing here. And it says do not get any glue on the pivot pin, but you can apply a little bit of glue if you want. So we will see if we can. But apparently we don't put any on the pivot pin. Okay, so that goes through the back of here, like that. And then apparently this gets put on the back through here. Okay, does it or not? Oh, it's because it's square, right, okay, fair enough. And then I think that fits in, but it does need a little bit of glue. So if you look here, it's sort of like needs some sort of assistance. So that's going to be the pivot pin, but just trying to see how well. Because if we get glue on the pivot pin, it's not going to work. But what we're aiming to do is get it into that crack. So, so yeah. Okay, so we'll do our best. Knowing me, I'll probably get it on the pivot pin, but we'll have a go. See what we can do. Okay. Let's have a look. That's fine, it was going to do that anyway, so just put that through there again. Don't want to go in, does it? Naughty. So what I could probably do is, I think it's probably best if, it's just going to keep sliding, isn't it? It's because gravity's against it, but what I think's best is if we put a little bit round the rim. And then if it seizes up, I'll just get some Bond on it to break that glue off. Come on, baby. Baby mine, don't you cry out. Come on. Yeah, there we go. And then that will go into there like that. So, yabba dabba doo. Just gonna get some more cleavage on this side, just to get that really in position. I mean, I don't know how. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I don't know how much that has to pivot, but as you can see here that it does turn. So yeah, I think that's stuck on. I mean, if we need to put any more on, we can always do that, but as you can see, it's very much pivoting. It feels a bit stiff, but we can always get that glue stopped if need be. So yeah, cool. So that's that, and that is what we're doing, guys. So obviously that is going to be the rudder support, but that is another issue done and dusted. So I'm just going to bring that camera up a bit so you guys can see. And as you can see, there we go. Look at that. So cool, isn't it? And this is going to obviously, something will connect to that, because it won't just slide like that, because there's a hole in it. So that tells me something will connect into it. But yeah, baby, so cool. So yeah, another issue done and dusted, guys. So what I'll do is just testing something. Yeah, so what I'll do is the next issue, which is, because that's now finished, the next issue will be issue 70. And looking at this, it looks like parts for the tailplane, rudder trims, navigation light, and other details. So we'll see issue 70 coming in a different issue. I hope you liked that video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in another time when we do more of the Spitfire. And don't forget to tap the bell if you want to be notified for the videos I do. Take care, guys. Bye.